Right lads, welcome to the Lone Star State, which starts with terrible literacy of 19.4% and even worse GDP of... I think that is the worst in the world. Or one of at least, has to be. Damn. Okay, it's struggling standard of living. And we start all with Mexico. So let's go ahead and crack on with that. Alright, Samuel Houston. Defend us, boy. Also, I have several marks all over my face. I have begun sparring again, both in boxing and jiu-jitsu. I do both quite a few times a week, so expect my face to be sort of noticeably marked from here on out. I'm not suffering abuse at the hands of my pets, because I live alone. There's no one else that would throw hands at me, I guess. It's purely consensual beating downs, I suppose. It's a weird way of phrasing sparring. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Yeah, this sucks. This is objectively horrible. Okay, let's check out. What do we just produced grain and wine. Do we actually not have anything else going for us? We have nothing but grain and wine and soldiers. Oh, this is gonna be way harder than I thought. Okay, let's just get some decrees going. And I suppose go intensive agriculture if all we're doing is producing grain. And see how quick this is. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. Defend, boys! Oh, General Santa Anna captured. Nice. The ruler of Mexico and one of its leading generals has been captured in a swamp wearing dragoon's uniform by our forces. He is offering to immediately sign a peace with us in exchange for his release. Well, that's good, considering that we were getting our asses beat. The ruler of Mexico. This guy's the ruler of Mexico. Anyway, then run back to Mexico, we fight on. No. Okay, we won. Excellent. Now what? Okay, so after years of cultural political turmoil between us and Mexico, with the rights of our citizens having been increasingly curtailed, it's time for us to rise up. The days of our glorious lands being beholden to tyrannical Mexican regime is coming to an end. Relations between the United States and Texas is greater than or equal to 20, which triggers the Lone Star State. I'm pretty sure that is going to make us annexed by them, but we will attempt to improve relations nonetheless. Jesus Christ, man, we don't even have grain to feed ourselves. No goods for import demand, no export demand. Well, everyone's a subsistence farmer. This is such a poor state. My general plan is to try and ingratiate myself into the American market and try and become a producing hub from there. But I don't want to just sit here and be at the women's worlds. I don't want to play an economic game. I'm gonna see what we can do about maybe invading Cuba. I don't know, I kind of want a Texan empire. I have no intention of just sitting here. But first, we need to actually feed our people. Okay, let's stop importing fabrics and small arms. We don't need those. Okay, we have grain, we have wine. There's apparently something we need. All right, let's build up the max we can of wood and start building some stuff for our people. Oh, Jesus. What's our laws like? We start out with stuff being abolished. We have interventionism, per capita taxation already, which means we can't upgrade it. Oh, God. Appointed bureaucrats. Yeah, segregation, well, it's, you know, the South. The Democratic Party's won in Texas. That's rare. That's right. That's a contemporary political joke. I suppose at this point, the Republicans were the Democrats, the Democrats are Republicans because they switched later on. Okay, I'm not as smart as I thought I was. I know some things about American history and modern politics. I don't know everything, all right? Sue me. Probably can in America. I'm just going to be sarky to the Americans the entire video. All right, let's build another construction center. Do we even have a populace that's ready to work? No, we don't. What do? We have no peasants. All right, that gives us full legitimacy, so let's do that. People are struggling. What do you need? 13% of our population is enslaved. Liquor, grain, services, wood. Oh, God. Liquor, apparently, is quite a big one. So we need to produce more liquor. We're producing as much wine as we physically can. Produce fruit for our people, I suppose. I'm going to get a really basic furniture manufacturing going. This is a miserable experience. My God. What just happened? I've just gone bankrupt. Why am I losing so much a month? What the hell happened? Dude, our national expenses just skyrocketed for some reason. Okay. I'm going to downsize my barracks and conscription sectors because we can't afford that. Let's get rid of our construction center. Okay, the price of wood just dropped. That's why. Because I'm actually producing it. Okay, the price of wood's going to drop. We need more grain. The livestock ranch going. And everyone's starving. Okay. 50% mortality. People are actively dying now. They're all starving. And I don't know what happened to cause that. Standard of living is going down. My population is declining. Oh, God. Just immediately overnight, everyone just died. What's the monthly price report? Fruit went down. Okay, I'm going to lower taxes. Try and give people more money to spend on, you know. Can we skip to the part where Texas becomes one of the most, like, economically advanced areas in the world? Do we have any... We've only got law enforcement institutions. We don't have any colonial affairs. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can nick some of this land. Okay, enter into the customs union. Absolutely. Lone Star State. Texas stands after hard-fought and bloody war independent. There are many within the Republic that advocates for statehood within United States of America. The Americans, by all accounts, would also welcome us into their union. The war with Mexico has ended and our brave citizens have begun to lay down their arms and return to peacetime life. Well, yeah, they're starving, so life is a bit of a stretch. What good of independence if we must spend every day watching our backs waiting for the return of our oppressors? Texas can be stronger still as part of a greater union, one of like-minded states that will not infringe upon our God-given rights. I don't think it's necessary. We're already part of the same market as them. So given that's the case, I'm going to straight into my furniture play. Enact closed borders. No! It's a terrible idea. We have a population of 60,000 that are starving. Closing the borders is not a good idea in this case. Are you brain dead? Christ, man. The rural folk are like, yeah, but what if we all died, though? That'd be kind of badass. All right, we're no longer got the Great Hunger, so people aren't just starving. All right, let's try this again. Colonial enthusiasm. Colony growth speed for 2 years. Let's do that. Depart for distant shores. I'm literally just going to go to the Comanche next door. That's the plan. I'm trying to... I don't know what's going on. I just want a Texan colonial empire. Is that too much to ask for? All right, now I have access to the American market. Our GDP has gone up significantly, and our population is still declining. Dude, we have no sort of gold reserves. Okay, so never do that again. No more construction site. I'm not paying for fugitives to be recaptured because, well, I could have done, and our GDP just collapsed. Our people are starving again. What happened? But what happened though to make that happen? To make that occur? Okay, right. Let's get rid of that. I got rid of my logging industry. Now what? Who are we gonna go work on the farms? We have no population. Is this even a viable place start? Okay, we've got colonial resettlement. I'm gonna establish a colony over here. Oh, we don't have the wood in the Texan market. Oh, that's why our economy collapsed. I think they kicked us out of their market. I see. Let me back in. Protective. Mate. No traders. My guy, please. I wanted... Oh, no. We could become the protectorate. That could be the play. Okay, I'll try and stay independent this run, and if it goes poorly, I'll start again and go as, you know, the US. A market route. All right, we make chairs. Let's export some chairs to the US. All right, this entire factory is my GDP. Yes! Let's go! No, no, no. Yes! Okay, fabric is super expensive. We've got to import some fabric. Bureaucratic shortfall. Mate, you think we earn any money from taxes? I'm just trying to feed my people right now. That is the worst GDP graph I've ever seen. We're simultaneously the fastest growing and also most declining economy. Oh, let them fight. I don't care. Kill each other. There's nothing here worth living for anyway. There's nothing here that would be useful. So censorship. Well, censorship is probably a bad idea. Most people are rural folk. Oh, no. I have an idea. I'm going to get rid of my ability to feed my people in favor of building chairs for the Americans. I think it's working. What do I... Oh. Okay, well that's that done then. I can't colonize it anymore because they rose up against the Mexicans and the Mexicans ate them. I can't declare any interest, can I? I don't have the people to... I don't have any tools. Okay, what if I did this? And then I import tools from the American market. I basically import all of the goods, manufacture it in Texas, and then give it back to them. This is high level. This is big brain. This is hell. Legit working though. Oh my god. Wood's expensive for us because I got rid of all of our... wood. Get from the Mexicans. Hey, Mexico, do you want some chairs? I know we had that whole thing where we hate each other and you try to conquer me and I captured your ruler, but do you want some chairs? Jesus Christ. And you're sure that I can't join the old American market, buddy? Okay, we had to give an obligation, but we joined the American market. That's huge. Yes. Employ people. Our GDP per capita suddenly skyrocketed. Look at that Texan economy. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we need more land, and for that we need to look to Africa. The plan is to get quinine as soon as quinine or whatever it is as soon as possible, because then we can have even more colonial affairs, and we can remove the effects of malaria. Colonial Texas, boys. That's how we do this. Why am I not building anything? Well, it's because I don't have any people. Everyone is employed. With 700 dudes not employed. It's one furniture factory. Try and spike this. 0 convoys available. We'll send it that way. Everyone. It's literally more than 10% of our population is in this one place. So what are the rest of you doing? You subsistence farmers or something? I don't think we have any subsistence. Oh no, you're all starving slaves. Yeah, I don't think we have any subsistence farms. We'll change over the decree from agriculture to manufacturing. Huge bump. Number 3 worldwide. If you ignore the slaves, which I imagine we do. And use construction production. Tell me what you want me to build. Explain to me exactly what you think we're building here. I want to protest against the fact that they stole my slaves. I want to build a ton of these things, because then I should be able to declare more interests because of my naval power. Protectorate. No. Don't keep me out of your market though, please. Okay, we're good. We just faked out the Americans. Gonna improve relations. Yo, give me something here. Give me someone. Give me something here. Tag me in, Chief. I'm ready. Return Mexican Texas. To you? What about me? Actually, a really good idea. I can get them to back down. I'll take it for myself. Diplomatic plays. Return state. Okay. The flotillas thing. If I want to return the state, I actually need a military. This naval-based thing that clearly isn't working. And instead, get our fully formed barracks going. With the best of the best gear. Improve relations with the US and UK, because they have interest in this region. And then we murder them, them being the Mexicans in this case. We have 1 unit and 1 conscript unit. Oh, my neck hurts so bad from getting choked out. It's actually genuinely hard. I just want to sit there like this. It's really hard for me to keep my head up straight. It's a lot of fun, but my god, is it draining on you as a human. Okay, our GDP has declined a bit because we're taking people out of the furniture manufacturers and putting them all into the army. Now what we do is we get the quinine thing in preparation for phase 2. This is huge. This is, honestly, this is... my genius is terrifying. Okay, people are leaving. Especially if I pay the army a ton, people will likely leave the furniture factory, as they're doing, to go and serve in the army. Don't worry, we'll put them back afterwards. Now, the idea is, okay, he has a shortage of barracks, right? 20 and 25. We should, maybe not win, but I don't know. We might. I'm going to give it a shot. I actually don't have a general. Woodlands expert. Is this Woodlands? How can you tell what a thing is? Defensive strategist? That sounds good. Let's get him. Benedict Oates, and you're going to advance the front for me. We have much higher offense. Mexican, Oklahoma, we'll take that as well. And also Warraps, because we need them. Now, if I'm right, and I'm probably wrong, we have a chance. Yes! Okay, right. That's 73 defense from Benedict Oates is actually one of the highest in the world. And we're pushing them back. Yo, let's go the Lone Star State! Let's go! Oh my god, it's the first time in this game that I've actually, like, planned something and it's worked. Just keep pushing, or we're going all the way to Mexico City! Okay, they pushed into, I don't know how, but they have. All right, they should have super low morale going into every battle now. So if we just keep pushing and the front doesn't split into 2 like it sometimes does, we should be absolutely fine. No! Oh, we had it. What happened to not being able to declare people who are in a diplomatic play already? Oh, boy. Go home, bud. And now the Americans are in Mexico, and there's like 16 different fronts. This part of the war system is completely broken. Not gonna lie, when I first saw it, I thought the Americans were coming in on my side. I was like, wow. Remember when we used to be starving and suddenly our boys are rich because part of the American market, and then the US decided to kill its own people? Its own market, I suppose. So our defense used to be higher than this. A weird battle, this. Nice, okay, we're pushing back. All right, let's try this again. Nice, there we go. Watching the Lone Star State push out is so satisfying because the way that the whole flags things work, I don't like that it repeats it over and over again. I think it should just be one big flag that's slowly burnt in. I think it'd be a lot cooler than the repeating thing. And the repeating thing. Having said that, the only time it's okay to repeat it is with the Texan flag because it looks really cool. Whew, sudden switch over there. Excellent. Add that to the things. Add that to the list of things we love to see. We develop a can opener. Sure, why not? And healthy economy. Yeah, I know. We've got flotillas in reserve. I don't need flotillas right now. The people in the armies. We're actually closing in on Mexico City. The game's starting to reckon that we'll lose, but I don't see us doing that. It does just highlight how important having like quality of troops, how important quality of troop is versus like quantity. Because he has way more than I do, but ours are just better. Okay, I think I'm going to start to defend the front now because I don't think we need to be advancing anymore. So after this one, let's go here. And it just, what that means is it's just going to take much longer for him to actually advance the front. God, the defense is so big. Oh, morale is getting lower. It gives us more time each time to recover our morale, which is kind of crucial. They might start to swing the other way. Okay, just about. It says negative 53, but our advantage in our defense, their offense is so big that we're actually doing quite well. Oh, Jesus. Are they going to push us back here? Oh, maybe. Yes. Most likely. Okay, they are pushing us back now. But he's on minus 95, 97. All right. Wonderful. So we make a lot more money now. And more importantly, we actually have provinces with population in it. Now if the US comes knocking, well, you know what we need to be doing, to be honest, is heavily investing in our military research. Just to try and... we got to keep that up to date. Okay, now what? We're still part of the American market, right? I'm going to build arms industries because something tells me that if the Americans decide to try and kill us, we're going to need to be able to build our own domestic market. I reckon we just turn up and just keep kicking the hell out of Mexico. Because if we did it once, we could do it again, right? We have, I think our laws are a conscript army or something, a national militia. But the issue with that is that it adds the conscription rate, but doesn't help us in any way because we don't have any sort of conscription. I suppose we've got 3 battalions now that we can... no, just 1. I'll have to go professional army. Speaking of conscriptal battalions, maybe that'll help us. Got to keep getting those American relations high enough. I will be honest, I just reloaded until they didn't attack me. That was the entire plan. Now, if I could defensive pact with the US, with the Brits, then that would be amazing. GDP per capita is all over the place. All right, we'll get the rural folk in, get the Democratic Party out. The intelligentsia wants to join the Liberal Party, so then they can join in. Okay, that's our main thing now. Industrious and rural folk. I'd love to get the armed forces in, because this plus 15% offense and defense when they're patriotic. That's what I'd like to see. That does make our troops actually genuinely insanely good. We need to export some of these. Okay, we've got our arms industry going. Cannons as well. And we need quite a big chunk of our populace in this industry here. Why aren't we importing any of you? They would accept a wage of £22 versus £12. I'd accept a wage of £22 right now. Don't have the qualifications. Okay, we need to get our people educated. Public school system going. We've got quarter relations. That's nice. And let's pause our construction and some cash back. Let's go small arms then. It's probably a bit easier. 18 years. Oh, it's because of the Cherokee and such. Got a GDP of 7,000. Right. Awesome. Education is now a thing. So let's get rid of colonial affairs and also that useless trade route. And let's start educating our people. No one is unemployed. Can we start importing... I was about to say importing people, but in the context of Texas in this region and in this time period, I don't think that's a good idea to say. I don't want slaves. I want like gainfully employed people. You know what I mean? All right. We're going to need to pursue some sort of open borders. We've got the Liberal Party in. Surely they want open borders, right? I know migration controls is a good idea. Only people of cultures and religions not discriminated against may migrate. Okay, what if we ban slavery? I'm gonna do it. Texas bans slavery. Let's do it. Let's go. And see, the landowners are angry, but they don't really matter as much as they once did. Provided the armed forces are okay. We're all good. The trade unions. Everyone's loyal apart from... No. Gives us plus 30%. 30% offense and defense. That's insane. They oppose no home affairs. They oppose national militia. Dude, I'll give you the professional army, man. I don't care. We've got like 6,000 peasants. Can get a steel mill? Sure. Let's just build a steel mill. Enact agrarianism. No. I'm really leaning heavy into this arms industry that, like, they steel. But once we get the steel mills up and running, we should be useful. Okay, we're going to have like 9 units. And he's going to have about 27. We should be fine still. August this year. Wait, what are my interests? Am I not allowed to... Oh, no. I can't. I don't think I can declare war on them. I can't declare war on anyone. They don't have an interest. There goes that plan. All right, we banned slavery. Okay, that's stage 1. Get the patriotic party in. Let's kick out the rural folk. Bring in this lot. Okay. All right. So that's that done. Now, I need to invent egalitarianism. Let's invent egalitarianism, and then we can have complete multiculturalism. In the meantime, let's make sure that our army is... The landowners hate that idea, but the armed forces like it. I'm going to get rid of my police. Oh, wait, no. The army don't like it. Okay. Let's not do that then. The army like it if I did more police? Do you like, but that costs bureaucracy, which I do not. Professional army? They love that change. Okay, we're gonna go professional army whilst we wait for egalitarianism. Oh, this is such a weird play. This is a weird game. I like it though. I am enjoying it. But I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna switch this over to rifles now because it's gonna use less iron but more steel, and that should help the steel mill grow. The second steel mill might be a bad idea. Yeah, I'm gonna get another arms industry going instead. Most people aren't radicals or loyalists. They just don't really care. I need a junta. A military junta in charge. Unhealthy. My economy seems pretty healthy, mate. Considering my taxes are this low, as in the minimum. And we're paying our army the absolute maximum. That's why the army likes me. Liberia. Oh no, the Liberian peasants revolt is about to be rinsed. Do you even have any armies at all? Liberian peasant revolt? I mean, you got some. You got this bigger army than I got, really. And Liberia doesn't. So they're gonna nip in, and then they're gonna have to fight the United States. Go on, boys. I believe in you. Let's go, Liberia. They wouldn't accept the deal because of the size of the Liberian gold reserves. It gives reasoning minus 50,000. The professional army is not happening anytime soon, apparently. I don't know what happened, but we suddenly don't have an income. Minus 300. What the hell happened? My income tank. We'll start taxing people again, I suppose. Furniture manufacturers are going downhill. Hardwood is actually kind of expensive. It's the most Texan thing ever. We build steel and guns. Yeah, the furniture industry is really not doing so hot. Steel mills are doing great. Egalitarianism. Proportional taxation, which would really not help me at all. Right, and now we go for multiculturalism. Texas, the egalitarian paradigm. Our literacy's gone up a bunch. No, I mean, our GDP's okay. How are the Moroccans doing? 1.9 million. Dude, even the Tunisian GDP is actually... Dude, Tunisia's GDP is going up. Tunisia might have the fastest growth out of everyone, apart from, you know, the French. Or have I seen that one before? France versus Algeria. Oh, they directly annexed it. They didn't even... I've never seen that before. Ammunition inputs, good shortage, right? Well, if we make a munitions place, we get skirmish infantry, which is probably a good idea. And it's going to cost a lot of money. First aid, that's also going to cost a lot of money. Might need to start creeping up with the taxes again. Free trade party. Interesting. Who are you? Oh, it's just the industrialist. Nice. Alwyn Hunter. Dude, he really looks like an industrialist as well, doesn't he? He's got expensive taste. Of course you do. Man's looking to get in charge. Dude, the armed forces just they don't exist anymore. What happened to you? You just collapsed. Oh, I suppose everyone went to go and work in the factories instead of the barracks. Oh, we got multiculturalism. War profiteering. What? Pacifists are protesting the weapons manufacturing. It's like our entire industry is built around this one thing of we build guns good. Trying to find out. Plus 100% radicalism discrimination. Oh, bourgeoisie. Why? What did I do to make you unhappy? Oh, everything. Who doesn't like this? Rural folk, trade unions, petty bourgeoisie. The rural folk still even have any power? I don't think they do. Petty bourgeoisie already hate me. The rural folk would turn, they'd be marginalized. Well, not marginalized, sorry. They would be just, yeah, worse off. There is an ammunition shortage. So potentially, I'm going to create a munitions plant. Right. And now we go no migration controls. My final plan to open up the borders. Still 161 subsistence farms, so I should still be building stuff. We import furniture from the French and sell it to the Brazilians. Nice. Well, we don't. The Americans do. Because, of course, we are not American. We are Texan. Which in your timeline might be the one and the same, you know, or a subculture. Here, it's a completely different thing. We need no migration controls to get people in. We need people. We need bodies to boost our GDP. We literally have 483,000. Our biggest threat. The US is at war with Mexico. They're actually in a lot of wars. They're in a war against Mexico. They are in a war against Liberia still. And a war against American Saskatchewan. Oh, the Canadians got involved. Dude, I can't believe this is actually working. We make guns and ammo. Yeah, my infrastructure is kind of bad. I'm gonna build a railway. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but I'll build a railway. They don't seem to be doing anything in this war. Yeah, the cost of war was still 8 million, and the Mexicans have lost 65,000 from attrition. They've not done anything. That front here, it's got no one. So where are the American troops? Norway versus the Swedes? I don't know what's going on. All right, we're having a go at borders, saying they're not real. Also, this angle, it looks like I've got a spot. Again, it's not a spot. I don't know why I feel self-conscious about it, but it's because it's got, you know, choked out and just, you know, that friction. Also, I have a nasty habit in jiu-jitsu of using my face as like a plant. So usually you post up with your arms, but for some reason, my go-to, like naturally, it kind of works is to like put my forehead on the ground and just brace with my head. It's a weird habit. It's not like uncommon. Some people do it. It's just, it's very painful and I don't like that I do it. Let's go generate some electricity. Screw it. I will say this. I hate the fact that this war that has been going on for ages because the US doesn't want to surrender or something weird's happening. Like I said, the US haven't actually lost anyone. The Mexicans have pushed in a little bit. It's kind of weird. I might have to like switch countries to fix it. Because my lands are getting devastation. It's very annoying. Right, let's see what's going on over here in this endless war. Okay, so the Mexicans are trying to push against the US, but they're not doing anything. The US isn't doing anything. If I were to, they would accept this, which is weird. The US wouldn't accept that. A lot of people ask me why I have debug menu in this sort of menu down in the bottom left. And they're like, oh my god, you played in debug. Ha, we got you. Firstly, I don't care. Secondly, it's because this is a new game, and that's because that results in things sometimes not working like this. So it's good to have a mode on hand to be able to just sort of nip in and try and fix things. Like realistically, I could launch the game in debug mode, change things, and launch the game back in normal mode and hide it all, but it's just a bit long and there's no point. So I might as well just use this nice little debug shortcut. Yeah, it looks like the US is trapped in a few wars that it can't get out of. Okay, get rid of that, and then here it's at war with this confederacy. It just looks like it hasn't mobilized any of its generals for some reason. Yeah, he's just not mobilizing anything. Okay, well, we'll get him out of the Mexican war at least. It's a weird one. Haven't had that little glitch before. Accept the white peace, switch over to Texas, and continue playing. Now, I always find it weird when people put in the comments like it's some sort of gotcha. Is that a cheat menu in the bottom left? You have a keen eye, sir. Oh no, I've been exposed. I play video games on the internet. Like oftentimes I'll show when I use it. It's just, I don't care. I mean, like, it's fun engaging with people like that because someone be like, hi, I saw you use debug mode. And then I'm like, yeah, I did. And then they're like, oh. Okay then. And we all carry on about our day because it really doesn't matter. The only thing I don't like is that refreshing or reloading or switching nations, you don't get the graph as nice. You can't see like the ups and downs, which seems a little strange to me. I think you should have like be able to set that. There's lots of little things. I've got a document. Maybe I should make it a public. Actually, that'd be really cool if I made like a public document and we could all put together different suggestions for what we want to see in Victoria 3. I'm not talking about big stuff like war changes or anything like that. Just small things that we think could be quite useful. Like for example, my idea in terms of the sliders for factories. Going from like within thresholds, like so here if I wanted to, like on the far left it says it'll say prioritize small arms production, far right breech loaders, you can unlock them as you go and you sort of slide up to that point to use more of that resource and less of another one, because then it just offers more flexibility, because right now it's like a big thunk. I either have to produce this amount or that amount, and sometimes it's unnecessary. Speaking of unnecessary, it's unnecessary for us to pay this much for hardwood. Try exporting some ammunition, because most people don't actually have it. With the number one, like the American market is the number 2 producer worldwide, mainly because, well, we're the, like, out of us, I'm pretty sure. Let's export it to the English, should make that a bit more profitable. Mainly a population thing, I think. Yeah, the other idea I had was having these graphs, like if you could drag a slider out here or something else like that, or set the date to see the graph, that'd be so much cooler. It might be a case of like, it's like a local cache that isn't stored after each session, in terms of like the thing, but you must have the historic data points, so I don't see why you wouldn't be able to display them. Yeah, I mean, little things like that, because doubtless Paradox knows the general sentiments of the war thing. Oh, Scottish people are migrating to our state. Oh, yeah, we can check out like the different cultures that exist now. Let's have a look. Do we have any significant other cultures? We've got the Mandi. Ooh, I don't know where they are. West Africa, nice. I'm assuming it's because we released them. Yankee, Mexican, Scottish, Afro-Americans, looks like some Native Americans. It's a pretty weird graph. Once you start to understand it, it's pretty cool. Oh god, we've got a decent chunk of Sunni. That's not going to play well with the algorithm in terms of pushing it to Texas. Because I've got a large enough audience that you'd assume that different walks of life are represented, even those that are a little bit more questionable. So it's definitely like 6 Texan dudes looking at that 10% Muslim and being like, hardwood's just super expensive. Can we do anything about that personally? Because we're kind of a small cog in this machine. Texas, Oklahoma might be an unincorporated state, but it does have a population of 210,000 people. Wait, is that population, annual projected population growth plus 6.8k? Feels like it's going up a lot higher than that. We've built railways in both of my little states here. All right, we're able to switch over to professional army now. Nah, no one wants it. Everyone wants national militia. But I can mobilize 15 battalions now. Ooh, breech loaders. There's more artillery. We don't have any electricity. We should get some electricity. Screw it. Why not? I don't have the means to be able to do anything with it, but it sounds like fun. Build some electric plants. Ooh, a chemical plant is actually probably quite a good idea. We've got steel. There's a very profitable steel. We could just produce engines. Yeah, okay, let's do engines, motor industries first. We'll do electricity first because it's funny. Amber people migrating in. Nice. We're about to hit that 1 mil mark. Probably the best military I've ever had. Because it's tiny. But okay, I was about to say, why is it only 22? Okay, we're actually going to get 60. What's the Mexican troop count saying? They don't actually have any barracks, which is strange considering they are meant to start with a professional army. Yeah, they've still got a terrible deficit of guns and such. Okay, we need another 20 prestige, which will increase our rank to minor power, which means we can declare interests. The US seems to be having some issues here. Closing in on finally incorporating Texas and Oklahoma. Took us 20 years, boys. 20 long years. Here we go. 3 weeks left, and we've been incorporating this since the very start of that first Mexican war. Large numbers of Mexican people have begun migrating to us. Well, we'll see you soon. Don't bother making the trip, lads. We'll come to you. There we go. We've incorporated Texan, Oklahoma. Oh, we've got steam engines. Railway throughput or motor industries throughput? Motor industries throughput. Thank you very much. All right, lads. We've quietly been growing our economy. It's now number 28 worldwide. Let's quick Morocco check. Morocco. What's that jump, bro? Anyway, also our people's standard of living has gone higher since I started creating a bunch of food industries. I've had to subsidize our arms industries to keep things going, but I've also been building a couple of different battalions in the background. Our armed forces are loyal, and so they give us another plus 15%. Our armies are updated, the best that they can be. And I think it's time that we demand the return of New Mexico. We're against a lot of different people here. We're going to be outnumbered quite a few to 1 because we have the best defense in the world, damn it. I'm going to pause all of our construction just to try and maintain a little bit. It's the first time I've gone for like a highly professional army. We can sway Britain to our side. No, I think we'll do this ourselves. The Texan way. I want the Rio Grande and Veracruz. Why do you pay me for the pleasure of it? Now, in order to secure this, I have had to have made a deal with the devil. Specifically, we are a protectorate under the US. I tried so many times to stay independent, but I'm afraid the US kept on kicking me out of their market, which would just hemorrhage our economy. Like, we'd be so screwed. All right, let's see. Okay, 112 defense. The highest defense in the world is 106, and ours is 112. So 6 higher than the highest in the world. I will take that. Yeah, they've all switched over to defending the front, and so we shall advance ourselves. Yeah, we are losing the battle, but we're murdering so many of them. There we go. Look at that. Storming straight through, and we push into, I believe, New Mexico. Oklahoma's ours already. My bad. My American geography isn't exactly the greatest. Jesus Christ, but our troops are. I think we need to remember the Alamo after this one. Just remember the fact that we're just better than the Mexicans at fighting, I think. So if this doesn't prove to you the whole quality versus quantity argument in Victoria 3. A lot of people I've seen, they keep on saying like, oh, I'm playing as Qing and I have like 876 battalions and I'm losing to like 100. I'm losing to like the 50 guys who invade. Yeah, it's because individual battles are fought like this, and that's just how the time period worked. And I mean, to an extent, the modern era as well. You see this shift in military history from big army wins to like better supplied, more technologically advanced army win. Obviously, numbers matter, especially in terms of this game. You have like the whole morale thing, but ultimately, when you're not losing a single unit and they have one defense. Because their morale is so low. Right. I wonder how well we'd fare against the Americans. I can't try that, of course, because our entire economy is built around the American economy. Yeah. It's the only reason why we can do this. They have lead and explosives and that sort of stuff. Okay, that's not good. The front is split into two, which means that they are just sort of nipping in because now this front is split into three. And I hate this part of the game because we have three fronts. We've lost, basically. Fighting cable men seems to be declining for them over time. 120 defense. We had to take a couple of losses there to reunify the front. We have conquered New Mexico, Rio Grande, and Veracruz. And remember, we're quite accepting of these people, so it's only going to take us like 5 years to incorporate everyone. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. And oh my god, our population's increased so much. I think we call that success. Like I said, I would have loved to have stayed independent of America, but they were just being horrible. You don't understand how many times I had to reload because they would just suddenly destroy my entire economy because they've been damaging relations with me this entire time. So the second this dips below 20, we get kicked out of their customs union. Which means that our market, which we depend on to freely import and export our goods so that we can buy and sell, collapses. So I had to be their protectorate so they didn't kick me out of the American market. Yeah, that was actually one of the most fun games in Victoria 3. Nothing crazy, but focusing on building an egalitarian society to try and attract migrants. What did our population end up looking like? Very multicultural. Right at the end there, mostly Dixie with some Mexicans, Maghrebis. A lot of Maghrebis came over. Maghrebis being these region over here. Including, half myself. Which is quite interesting population-wise, mostly Catholic, although our own people stopped sort of caring. But we are 10% animist, which is quite fun. And up until the end there, we had quite a high standard of living. So yeah, I would count that as a dramatic success. My own advice, if you're going to try this for yourself, definitely become a protectorate of the US immediately off the bat. I spent way too long and so many resources trying to stay independent of them. Bad mistake. You need them to survive. There's no two ways about it. But I think it's a really good way of showing off how war works because Mexico, despite being larger than you, is weaker because they don't ever upgrade their troops, whereas you obviously do. Also, for full disclosure, I did go in as Mexico and capitulate them. Just because the whole front system, the way that worked, I was going to lose the war, as you can see up here, because the whole front system splitting into three for whatever reason, meaning I can't handle it. I hate that, but I wanted a satisfying end. Anyway, guys, lads, I do hope you enjoyed. Please do make sure to like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Huge shout out to our patrons, most notably Charlie Demerel, Crilly, Flyerton, JDow52, Cargon, Sjalmi, Lewis Wright, Nicole's Christ, QA Shard, Redguard, and ShadowSinger. Your support means a lot, guys. Whilst you're here, you might as well click on another video. I mean, it's literally right there.